Hello, this is the Negro Exciting News. I'm your host, DJS. What about now is more threats about saying now, they're saying that if the UK, the United Kingdom, leave Europe without out deal, there will be food shortages, there'll be medicine shortages, there'll be fuel shortages. This is what they call a worst case scenario. Now this will start on November the 1st. Also, they're threatening civil unrest. And this is called Operation Yellowhammer. So now, as they're making all these announcements and the public are getting frightened, some MP character comes out and says, "Oh, this is an old story. It's Operation Yellowhammer. This is a long time ago. Don't worry about it, old chap." This kind of attitude. But the facts remain. This is the information they are releasing to the public. There will be food shortages. There'll be tailbacks from the airport. There'll be tailbacks from the ports. I mean, they're making it sound, as though the country will collapse. And, I have a memory. People don't seem to have a memory these days. But I have a memory. And I can remember when Gordon Brown was in 10 Downing Street, and he was the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom, and they were talking about food shortages. They were talking about food shortages, and they were showing pictures of somewhere in America where crops couldn't get water. They showed some corn. There was no water. Crops couldn't get water, and the plants were dying. The crops were dying. And it's like, it's ridiculous. I mean, this isn't like 1522. If there's no water, it's not raining, you put some water in an aeroplane, you fly over the crops and you irrigate the crops, you water the crops from above. You don't just create a situation, a scenario like, oh, there's no rain, so the corn cannot get water, the crops cannot get no water, so there'll be no food. I mean, who's stupid enough to believe that? But that's the story they're presenting to us. So that's when Gordon Brown was in office, and that was a long time ago. So Gordon Brown was so-called New Labour. So then after Gordon Brown, we had David Cameron, and then David Cameron was ousted, or whatever you want to call it, and then we had Theresa May, the second female United Kingdom Prime Minister. So now we have this Boris Johnson. So they're saying there will be total and utter catastrophe if Britain leave the EU without a deal. Total and utter catastrophe. So is this just an idle threat because they want us to stay in the EU, or is it true? That's what we're worried about now. But I know there'll be no Brexit. One way or the other, there'll be no Brexit. So that's why I'm not worried. But it's very serious, and they're threatening civil unrest. If Britain leave the EU without a deal, there'll be civil unrest. It's very worrying. DJS and I'm out.